Hey everyone, welcome back from another video. It's me, True Will. So today we are going to be starting chapter 3 in the additional investigation of case 33. Captain Will, Irma's gone missing. They say she just ran out of the diner like a mad woman. You're right, Will. If Irma's gone on the run, she must have done something to hide. And I bet that something's linked to Ollie's murder. It can't be a coincidence that the poisoned beer was purchased at Irma's diner after all. Let's go check the diner for clues as to her whereabouts. Great idea, Will. If Irma's gone missing, what better way of finding potential hiding places than by going through her address book? And you also found an unattended bag. There's a Lone Roses badge on it. We better have a look inside. Bro, that thing was well hidden. What's this card you found? Hey, that bag belongs to Mary Lou, Ollie's groupie. And did you see what it says on her student ID card? She's majoring in music studies. I think that's her coming out of the ladies' room now. Hey Mary Lou, we were just talking about you. Those two phone numbers you found in Irma's address book must be important. They both have big stars drawn next to them. Let's send them to the lab so Alex can tell us who they belong to. What do you mean, what am I doing here? I study in a diner all the time. The real question is, what are you doing with my bag? If you're looking for Irma, she ran out about an hour ago. That old bat was supposed to bring me the burger I ordered, but then she just abandoned ship. The service is terrible here. I've been nursing this cold coffee and a roasted peanut snack pack all morning. At least today, Riley isn't here to try to steal my peanuts. That loony junkie's always looking for something to eat. Then why don't you study at home if the diner is so bad? My dad's pest control business went bust 2 months ago, and he's been using our garage to store his rodent poison. The whole house stinks so badly I get a headache just thinking about it. The two numbers you found in Irma's address book are registered to Parker's Comic Book Shop and Hong's Pest Control Company. Now, I ran a call history check on Irma's phone and saw that both numbers were dialed repeatedly in the last week. How extraordinary. Why would Irma be in contact with Kevin Parker? She doesn't look like the type who'd be into comics. And if she was calling a pest control company, who knows what might happen if she's gone on the run with a stash of rat poison. Let's hurry down to the comic book shop and ask Kevin if he's seen her. Kevin is busy with a client. How about we take a look around the shop while we're waiting for him? You found a broken CD next to the computer. How did I miss that? It's lucky you're with me, Will. Do you think it can be pieced back together? And here comes Kevin. I hope he can help us make sense of Irma's disappearance. Perfect. You never even know that CD was smashed. And look, there's something written on it. It's so faded, I can't read it. You've always had a good eye for these things, Will. Can you make it out? The writing on the CD reads, "For Ollie, I hope you like them." This CD was made for Ollie, but why would he break it? You're right, Will. Let's send a CD to Alex. We need to know what's on it. Irma, why? Of course I know her. We play in a country band together. We're called the Western Twangs. Isn't that something? And have you seen her today? She's gone missing and we think it may be linked to the murder of Ollie Oliver. Missing? Irma's been here all afternoon reading my comics and eating my stash of roasted peanut candy. Look, she's right over there. Oh, well, I suppose we didn't see her face from here. Her perm is pretty imposing, isn't it? So what if I left work early? Is that a crime now? I was having a bad day, so I came down here to check my FriendNet inbox and see Kevin. My nerves have been terrible, and he's the only person who really listens to me. Well, that hardly seems to justify all the panic you caused, and we urgently needed to talk to you about some beer bottles Ollie purchased from your diner just before his death. Indeed, seeing that Ollie's beer was spiked with rat poison, I'd be interested to hear more about your regular calls to Hong's pest control company. Haha, boy, you cops sure jump to easy conclusions. The health authorities made me hire an exterminator to sanitize the diner after Ollie's cockroach joke. Cost me a hefty sum too. But that lazy Mr. Hong never finished the job. He was supposed to come empty the poison rat traps he installed, but every time I call him, he hangs up. Irma might not have skipped town, but we can't ignore the fact that she has easy access to rat poison. As far as I can see, she's still one heck of a suspect. Back at the police station. Captain Will, the artist wants to talk to you urgently. They're waiting for you on chat right now. They said something about a breakthrough with that mystery FriendNet profile. Captain Will, I finally managed to access the secret admirer's profile, and you won't believe what I found. First of all, I can tell you that the adventure Ollie and his secret admirer were planning was of a musical kind. Ollie promised the secret admirer he would leave the Lone Roses as soon as they met. He said they would form a duo and become the next Simon and Garfunkel. But there's more. What would you say if I told you I found a secret album in the admirer's profile? An album that contains a photo of Ollie's dead body. Wait, the crime scene was cordoned off immediately. Nobody had access to the stage until Will had finished examining it. That can only mean Ollie was killed by his secret admirer. How ironic. Will, we need to send this photo of the murder to Alex straight away. Alright guys, I think I already know who the killer is. It's Mary Lou. And you know how I figured that out? Well, look. Their game is making us choose between Irma and her. What do these two have in common? They're both wearing glasses. But also, Mary Lou has something in common with him and him, which is the scarf or whatever material they're wearing. She has it on her head as a bow tie. So yeah, that's obviously a physical attribute, and if I'm correct, the glasses should also be a physical attribute. So yeah, he also has glasses too, so yeah, it's definitely Mary Lou. I am the greatest techie of all time. I found your killer. They were in that CD all along. What? How? But you remember the song sheet with the hidden message on it, Will? The one which was composed by your killer? When I analyzed the CD you found in the comic book shop, I found a music track that matched the composition on the song sheet, and Ollie wasn't the one singing. Wait, are you telling us the killer was singing on the CD Will found? Yes, your killer is a woman with a beautiful soprano voice. Sweet, huh? Oh, I was wrong. It wasn't the glasses. That artist sure can hack. I'm impressed they found that photo in a secret admirer's profile. I hope they weren't too traumatized by it. Now, down to business. After hours of intense work, I spotted something in the photo that will help you identify your killer for sure. They were wearing something with a paisley motif. I was right. What? But there was nothing in that photo apart from the victim's body. How could you tell what the killer was wearing? Aha, that's my point. There wasn't just the victim's body. There was also the drum in which his body has been stuffed. And on that drum were reflected reflective surfaces. It took a lot of time, but you can do wonders with zooming and pixel reconstruction these days. I was able to detect a minuscule but very clear reflection of the killer at the moment the photo was taken. A reflection just big enough to discern a motif on the killer's clothes, a paisley motif. I think you finally found the missing pieces of the puzzle, Will. Let's put the singing murderer behind some not so musical bars. Dang, Jones. Alright, let's see who it is. Yo, I don't... It was the toxic fan, groupie, whatever. She was like Edna Mode. Mary Lou Hong, you are under arrest for the poisoning and brutal murder of Ollie Oliver. But I was Ollie's most faithful follower. How could you ever suspect me? Cut the crap, you arch-evil groupie. And to think we almost fell for your crocodile tears. I didn't, Jones. Why pretend you adored Ollie if all you wanted was to destroy him? Destroy him? He destroyed me. He only got a small taste of the pain he caused me with his superficial promises, whereas I had given him everything. I offered him all my composition in return for a future on stage together, but when I revealed myself as the mystery composer whose music he loved so much, he cruelly rejected me. He sniggered disdainfully and said there was no place in the music business for an unhip troll like me. Then I had to watch as he went on stage and claimed my best work as his own. I can't get over being mocked for the way I look, Edna Mode. But when I saw he intended to launch his solo career on the back of my blood, sweat, and tears. Save the gory finale for the judge, Mary Lou. I don't think Captain Will or I need to be reminded of the horrific scene that followed. Mary Lou Hong, you have been found guilty for murdering Ollie Oliver, lead singer of the Lone Roses and Greensboro's brightest young star. Your Honor, I contest the verdict. There was no crime. It was a bold protest against unjust superficiality of the music industry and society as a whole. I should be appalled for my bravery. Young lady, you cannot ignore the criminal nature of your actions, especially with all the evidence that has been brought against you. Yes, your crafty police force discovered all my secrets, the secret profile I created to enter into contact with Ollie, one of the many albums I recorded and sent to him. Captain Will even uncovered my attempt to throw suspicion on Riley by stuffing the corpse in his drum. Heck, you even realized how I took advantage of Riley's stupor to slip rat poison into Ollie's beer as he was opening the bottles backstage. And what about the gruesome photo Captain Will found? Why would you want a photographic souvenir of such a terrible scene? Ha 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 ha. That? Well, when I killed Ollie, I realized that it was the first time I'd ever made a stand against social prejudice. What word did I just say? Okay. I was proud and wanted to remember that moment. And now, I might have been caught, but at least I succeeded in my protest. Violence is never the way to combat injustice, Miss Hong. I therefore intend to make an example of your case by condemning you to 35 years in prison with no chance for parole. Court is adjourned. Only 35? Well, there's a long day's work well finished thanks to you, Will. I don't know how we would have caught that psychopath if you hadn't been there. Now, before things get crazy, how about we see if there are any tickets left for the football game next week? My treat, I promise. Something tells me that's gonna be the next case. Something tells me. Congratulations on a job well done, Captain Will. Thanks to you, this murderer will have to face the music. But don't blow your own horn yet. Your job isn't not over. Riley Davis has just been released, and I've already received complaints about him. Apparently, he's causing a fuss at the concert hall. I need you to chime in, check up what the commotion is about, and calm him down. I don't know if I'm relieved that King only gave us one seemingly simple thing to do, or if I'm upset he gave us work just before our lunch break. Jonas, remember the last time you were eating food? You got poisoned. Well, he's the one calling the tune anyway. I'm starving. What do you say we stop by the diner, Will, to check up on Irma, and we could have lunch while we're there too. You're such a greedy guts. Jones, if only you were as enthusiastic to feed your brain. I'm heading to the comic shop to get the new Captain Simple issue. You should join me, Will. Kevin's shop is a real pop culture heaven. He has all the rarest items, the newest issues, the most underground series. I'll show you a few things I'm sure you'll love, and Kevin will add his own suggestions, I bet. Riley Davis, what the heck are you doing? People have complained about your behavior since you got out, and now we find you stomping on one of your drums. Are you high again? Oh, I wish I was high. At least I wouldn't have to think about everything. My bandleader is dead. He's been killed by one of his own groupies, and his corpse was in my own drum kit. How do you think I feel? This morning I woke up in a darn cell. I have a criminal record now. I'm never playing any music again. I loved being a drummer, especially my tambourine, but I'm done. Yeah, we heard that during the concert you really like to play the tambourine, even when it sounded rather inappropriate, but this isn't a reason to break your drum kit like that. As if I could play it again after finding Ollie's body inside. I told you I'm done. I'm never playing on this drum kit again. So I might as well make sure nobody else turns out dead inside it. Are you sure you're sober? Seriously, go sit somewhere around and try to calm down. Captain Will and I will try to salvage what we can before you start regretting what you're doing. Hello, Captain Will. It's a pleasure to see you here. Are you coming to eat today? Yes, we'll have burgers with fries, please. You seem to be doing fine, Irma. Well, I'm a little frustrated at the moment. I was planning to create a new recipe in my band's honor. I want to create a Western Twangs country burger, but I lost the main ingredient for this burger, my secret sauce. I was hoping to test it today, so I brought a jar with me this morning, but I really don't know where it is now. Really? You know, Captain Will is the best when it comes to finding things. Maybe we could help you. I'd love to taste a new burger. That would be very helpful. I'm too busy with the customers to search my sauce jar. Your diner is very messy. Please, I'll make you my new burgers if you find it. Hey Kevin, how are you? I'm here to get the new Captain Simple issue, and I was hoping you'd be able to help me pick something that Captain Will would like too. It would be my pleasure, but I don't have time right now. I lost my collector figurine from the special anniversary issue of Captain Simple. I'm so proud of it. It's the rarest item of the shop. The figurine pictures Captain Simple fighting Ripper Jade. They both wear their classic costumes, and Jade is blocking Captain's punch with her scythe. No, I don't remember that figurine. I love the anniversary comic though. You know, Will. Ripper Jade is the nemesis of Captain Simple. She's an impressive villain. Well, I'm sorry, but if you don't mind, could you help me search the shop? I'm scared someone stole it. But I had to make sure it's not here first. I never seen Kevin's figurine, but I remember reading about it in his catalog. Maybe we could compare his description with the catalog products. With all the figurines around here, it will save us some time. Is it the figurine we're looking for? It looks awesome. I hope you'll be able to find Kevin's copy quickly. I can't wait to see it for real. Let's search the shop. Darn, it's a good thing we came here quickly. Riley could have damaged his drum kit worse, but we couldn't prevent him from breaking this tambourine you found. I might be changing my tune about him. I thought he was a good for nothing junkie, but he could be a good guy if he stopped using drugs. Can you restore his tambourine, Will? This jar you found looks like a homemade sauce. Even the label is handwritten, though I can't read much on it with those grease stains. Do you think you can make it clearer, Will? Awesome, this figurine is exactly like I thought. Isn't it magnificent? I don't know how to manage to find it among all the other goodies here so quickly. But now that we can examine it closely, do you see any serial number on it, Will? Limited editions all usually have a serial number. Maybe it isn't an official product. If Kevin sells forgeries at the price of licensed products, he could risk his vendor license. I'm taking this beautiful figurine to my lab to make sure it's authentic. Six? Bro, what the okay. I never get tired of seeing you working your miracles on the most damaged items. Will, you restored that tambourine we found so well. While he looks calmer, maybe he's finally done freaking out. Let's give him his tambourine back. Irma's homemade country sauce: onions, ketchup, mint, mustard, chili pepper, ginger, sugar, olive oil, chocolate, and coconut? That's a very weird mix. Especially the mint and the ketchup. What? And the chocolate. I'm not sure we should let Irma make her country burgers after all. I'm not very hungry anymore. Why don't we just leave? We can tell her we didn't find a jar and avoid a massive food poisoning. Fine, stop looking at me like this, Will. We'll give her that terrible mixture back, but you'll taste the burgers first. Are you feeling better now, Riley? We were worried about you, even if you think you don't really deserve it after your behavior during the investigation. I'm sorry about all this. I was sober. And I came back here and I saw my drum kit and it suddenly hit me. I freaked out badly because I realized everything was real and not an hallucination. I really discovered Ollie's body in my drum kit. What a nightmare. I understand, but you know breaking your instruments wasn't a solution. Here, Captain Will found and restored your tambourine. That's very nice of you. I really love to play tambourine. Playing drum is fun too, but not as fun. Thank you so much. Here, you can have those goodies even if our band leader is dead. That's my country sauce. You're the best, Captain Will. Thanks to you, the diner's customers will be able to taste my new recipe. Please don't tell anyone the sauce ingredients written on this jar. I want to keep it secret. I don't want the rival diners to reproduce my delicious creation. No, wait here. I'm going to make you the first Western Twang's country burgers of the diner. They're free for you today as a thank you. You know, Will, I think I'll just pass. I'm not that hungry, and I think chili peppers with chocolate and coconut won't sit well in my stomach, so... Here we go. Western Twang's country burgers for the brave officers who defend us. Can you smell that mouth-watering perfume? Trust me, those are the best burgers you will ever eat. Never mind, they smell delicious. Can I have some onion rings with my burger? Jones, oh my... Don't you remember what happened last time in the historical district? They're at the police station. Well, maybe we should take a small break. I'm not feeling so good. I think I ate too many cupcakes, but they were also delicious. Is the room moving? Oh, so it's me then. Maybe I better go to the hospital. Well, I've done some research and I can confirm this figurine is a real licensed product. The serial number was actually hidden on Captain Simple's armband, and I checked. It's authentic. I could examine it more closely, and it has all those little details. The two characters directly look at each other's eyes. So impressive, and Jade seems to have the upper hand, like she does in the comic issue with... Sorry, I'm babbling, but I'm just so jealous. I wish I could keep it. There are other 50 copies of this figurine. The company owning Captain Simple's license, Pretty Corp, never created any other arch enemies figurines. I know, we had to give it back to Kevin, but seriously, being honest sucks sometimes. Here is the collector figurine, Kevin. Captain Will found it in your shop, so you might want to tidy the place a little to avoid such problems. My figurine, thank you so much. This Captain Simple vs. Ripper Jade Anniversary Edition is sold out everywhere else. I would never have been able to replace it. Have you looked at it? There are so much details. Did you notice that Ripper Jade is using her scythe from the Captain Simple's 587th issue? The scythe's blade is a little different than her regular scythe. Absolutely, so many people overlook this, but she has at least 5 different scythes through the whole Limbo arc. Ironically, Captain Simple only has 3 different gauntlets in all the comic series. Ridiculous. I know, right? Here, Captain Will, take this gift voucher as a thank you. You can spend it on any shop of the city. I can advise you some comic books you might like, but you're free to use it for anything. And guys, that will be the end of case 33 here. We're gonna moving on to case 34, which, yeah. Anyway, guys, until then, love you all. Get out.